doing composite shapes. Composite means two shapes at once. So you're putting things together. So looking at this one, and does this say volume or surface area? This one says volume of the ice cream, okay? What shape is it that we have on the top? Because we have all our formulas here, but we have to figure out which one we're looking at. So what is this shape on the top? And it's actually only part of a shape, so it's kind of a trick question. It is a sphere, but we only have, perfect, hemisphere. Like think like northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. So we're going to do 1/2 times our sphere. So it's a sphere, but it's only half of it. So on here, find a sphere, looks like a globe or a basketball, and then find volume. Do you see it? Okay, cool. I'm just going to find it. I can see it, making sure you can. It's 4/3 pi r to the third. So I kind of just left it blank. What number is going to go in there? What is r? What is our radius? Yep, 2.5. Perfect. All right, so that's the hemisphere on the top. So we did this part, like the ice cream. And then we're going to add the cone. So on here, find cone, find volume. And it is 1/3. And do you see it right here? It's this one. Volume equals 1/3 pi, good, r squared h. Cool. Okay, I'm just making sure everybody's on the same page. 1/3 pi r squared h. Just set it up with blank parentheses, and then we'll go back and plug the numbers in. You're not going to be given an undoable problem, so you're going to have all the numbers, somehow. All right, again, we said radius was 2.5, and the height of the cone is 6. Again, if you guys are all right with it, I'm not going to go back and forth to the calculator. Do you feel like you could type that? It's boring for you to just watch your teacher type things. Put parentheses around all the numbers, and how do you put pi on the, yeah, perfect, you got it. All right, let's try another one. All right, this is a crayon. You have a cone at the top, and then what is below the cone? Let's talk about the two shapes. We have cone, and what is this one? Begins with a C. Cylinder, perfect, all right. We are going to, again, do volume. So find cone, find volume. It is 1/3 pi r squared h. So I kind of just left it all blank. Now I need the radius of the cone. This is really small because it's a tiny little crayon here. It's not written in the picture, but if you read over here, it says diameter is 6. That good. Diameter is the whole way across, so radius is half of that, which is 3. So if you're given the diameter, just divide it in half, right? So our radius is 3. Now here's where we're going to have to do a little side problem to get the height of the cone. Do you see this triangle in here that I'm kind of coloring? I know it's sort of hard to see because it's very shaded in. I'm going to bring that off to the side. That slanty height is 5. We said the radius was 3. Halfway across was 3. I need to get that height, okay? So actually, I am going to go to the calculator for this one. What would I put in my calculator? And I will get you started. It's going to start with x squared. So I'm going to type what? Oh, this is other stuff I was doing. So I'm going to type x squared plus what? 3 squared, perfect. Equals 5, beautiful. Equals 5 squared. All right, I'm going to click right there. And what's the height of the little cone on the top? 4, perfect. All right, so we found the height is 4. So that's the little cone on top. And then we're going to add, and you already told me cylinder. So find cylinder, find volume. Cylinder is the one that looks like a soup can. Can you find it? What is volume for a cylinder? Yep, pi r squared times h. Good, I just want to make sure you can find them, all right? So pi r squared h. We said the radius is 3, good. And then the height of that part of the crayon is 18. You just slam that in the calculator, get your answer. Cool. Oh, that one said volume, but it also said to find surface area. Okay, so let's go do the surface area. Find cone, find surface area. So here is the cone. Now you have two options. LA is lateral area. That's just around the outside. The full surface area would include the bottom. do I need to include the bottom of the cone? No, because it's like attached to the rest of the crayon. So we just want the amount around the outside. It is pi RL. Okay, so we're going to do pi RL. R is the radius, which we already said was what? 3. L is the slanty height, the slant height. So L is how much? What was our slant height for the, 5? Perfect. All right, so that's the top of the crayon. Surface area, we're going to add, you're going to find cylinder and you're going to find surface area. And actually, it's going to be the same for the cylinder. We just want the part around the outside, okay? So we just want lateral area. So it is 2 pi RH. Okay, I'm just making sure you can find it. I'm not going to be able to tell you on the test which one it is, all right? So 2 pi RH. This is like the millionth time I've said this in this problem. The radius is 3, still hasn't changed. Height is, we're doing the cylinder. So the height is 18. So far, follow me here. We did the outside of the cone. We did the outside of the cylinder. We need to add on the bottom of the crayon. What shape is the bottom of the crayon? Kind of like your warm-up, like a cross section. A crayon is circle. So we're going to add on a circle for the bottom of the crayon. So find circle. It's up near the top. Find area. You're good. Pi r squared. So pi r squared, and for the millionth time, the radius is 3. Did that same radius over and over and over again because it was the same problem. Cool. All right, here you have another cone and a hemisphere. This is going good. Stick with me. We have to have a little bit more of an attention span than that. I got to be able to do 5 problems, right? We're going to find surface area, and it says diameter is 8. So if the diameter is 8, radius is 4. It's half of 8. So we're going to find cone, and we're going to find lateral area. You just want the amount around the outside. Can you find that one? Cone and LA, lateral area. We just want to go around the outside of it. Pi RL, perfect. Pi RL. We just said R is 4. L is the slant height, so that is 12. Perfect. Plus, now this is a hemisphere, so we want just half times our sphere surface area. So find sphere and find surface area. I'm trying to not put this under the projector much anymore because I want you to start trying to find them on your own. Sphere, and you want surface area. Yep. 4 pi r, perfect. Again, because all the information's right here, but you're going to have to find it yourself, right? And we said r is 4. Then you put that in the calculator. Cool. This is going good. All right, let's try the ones in the back. All right, we're going to find, it says volume and surface area, so we'll do both for this one. Let's do volume first. The top of it is a pyramid, and the base is a square. Here, I'll attempt to draw in. Does this help at all? Like the part you can't see? I don't know. Does that make a difference there? A little bit. You can see it a little bit better now. Anyway, you're going to find square pyramid, or the rectangular pyramid, and let's do volume. So I'll show you this one because we didn't do one of these yet today. So we're going to find volume. It is 1/3 capital B, that's the area of the base, and then height. All right, so for our volume, 1/3 Now the base is a square. That's going to be length times width. They both happen to be 4, so just 4 times 4. Length times width. And then times the height of the pyramid. So how tall is the pyramid? Did they tell us that number? What is it, 6? Cool. All right, so that's the pyramid here on the top. Plus, now we're going to do the box that's on the bottom. That's the easiest one. If you find the one that looks like a Christmas present on here, what is your volume? Length times width times height. You are literally just going to multiply those 3 numbers together. So what is our length, width, height for the like squarish sort of cubey thing? It's not quite a cube. It would be 4 times 4 times 5. Perfect. So that would be volume. Let's go back and do surface area. So find your pyramid, and you're going to find surface area. Now we want the amount around the outside. So it's not actually surface area. The one we want is lateral area, just the amount around the outside, because we don't need the bottom of it. So it's 1/2 LP. Do you see where I'm pointing? We need to have slightly more of an attention span than that, okay? Almost done. 1/2 LP. So 1/2, and then put some blanks. L is the slant height. We don't have that, so we're going to have to come back to that. We're going to do like a little side problem. P is the perimeter of the base. So you would add up all 4 sides. It would be 4 plus 4 plus 4, and then plus 4. Do you see how they're all 4? Okay, so 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 would give you 16. You add all those together. So that's your perimeter. Now I'm going to use my red marker here. Off to the side, we're going to take this triangle. Just draw a little triangle off to the side. Stick with me here. This is 6. Now the base is not 4. Come with me on this. If the whole way across is 4 and we only went to the middle, perfect. Half of 4 is 2, and we're trying to get that slanty height. So I will share my calculator for this one because we're going to have to do Pythagorean theorem. And I'll get you started on it. It's going to be 2 squared. And then plus what? What would come next? We would do 2 squared plus. Sorry, my cursor is being a little slow here. Can anyone tell me what would come next? Hey, 2. Good. 2 squared plus 6 squared equals x squared. Hey, guys. Enough. All right, so our slant height is, do you see it here? 6.3. There, I'm just trying to make sure, I'm trying to make it more of a conversation instead of me just talking at you. All right, so 6.3. So that's the pyramid at the top. Now we're going to do the amount around the outside of the like rectangular base. Okay, so look at this is 4 by 5. If you do this front side, it's 4 by 5. And then this side is also 4 by 5. And then the back of it's 4 by 5. And then this side is 4 by 5. So how many sides are going around do we have? There's 4 of them. And they are all 4 by 5. Length times width. And then lastly, we're going to add on the bottom. The bottom of it is not 4 by 5. The bottom of it is 4 by what? 4. 4 by 4. Did you ever hear of a 2 by 4? Do you know what that is? Like a piece of lumber? Do you know why it's called that? Yeah, it's 4 inches this way, 2 inches this way, and then it could be as long as you want it to be, but that's why it's called a 2 by 4. Anyway. All right, last one. We're going to do the whole volume and then subtract out the cone that's missing. So do you remember we did one last time? There was like a hole punched through it. We're going to subtract out the missing part. All right, so for the whole box, that's the easiest one. It's just length times width times height. And what are the length, width, and height? They're actually all the same number. It's 6 by 6 by 6, which seems kind of evil. But anyway, minus. And we're going to subtract the cone. So on your formula sheet, find cone and find volume. So find cone and find volume. It is 1/3. And then what comes after the 1/3? Find cone, find volume. Okay, look right below that. They actually tell you what capital B is. If you look at the one right below. So it's 1/3. Yeah, pi r squared h. So right there, 1/3 pi r squared h. Now we don't have the radius of the cone that got like cut out there, but we have the diameter. Diameter is 4, so our radius is 2. It's half of that. And then the height of the cone is this. Well, what's the height of the cube? It's going to be the same. What is this distance? It's 6, yeah. So we subtracted out the cone that's there.